Okay, I'm gonna get started. How's life? Hey, you guys know each other. Okay. Oh, awesome, Tamana. Good. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so I'm going to get started. So today I'm talking about really just stepping into trust, stepping fully into trust. And what I mean by that is, so yesterday after the meditation, I felt like so many things came to the surface. And that's usually what happens when you make a point to shift, to bring in a lot of light into your life. It's not atypical for all the baggage, all the stuff that needed to come up, to be healed, to be released, whatever. It's not atypical for it to come up. And you think like, am I doing something wrong? Like, why do I feel this emotional? Or why do I feel like this isn't working? And in my experience, and I've talked about this before, how with every time I've up-leveled, with every time that I've gone to the next level, with every time that I've ascended, or before I hit that next level, or before I hit that breakthrough, I always hit that kind of the dark night of the soul. I always hit that moment where it's like, you feel like things are just not working. And in that moment when you surrender, when you become still, that's when you just move through it, because that's when you've actually changed something within yourself. Whatever wasn't working before, whatever may have been keeping you stuck before, that's what you had to release. And I think that's what was happening to me yesterday. That, and I had to get the message of just be still. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, awesome. I just got an email about the album that's being released Thursday. It looks like we're good to go. And that's another thing too. So that's an example. That's the lesson I want to get into today, about being still and trusting and going with the flow. So my question for you guys that I want you to sit with, or that I want you to journal on, is what if you just fully, oh hey, thanks for the hearts. Who's blowing my hearts up? What if you just, oh, it's for the album. Yeah, thanks guys. What if you just fully trusted that everything was perfect, that you were where you were supposed to be, you are where you're supposed to be, that you are where you're meant to be, that the message you have within you is the right message, that everything is perfect? What if you fully trusted right now that everything was perfect? What becomes available to you? And I want you to sit with that. Because here's the thing. I'll use my album as an example, which comes out Thursday, and this is going to go on YouTube. So those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, that haven't been following me on Facebook, I worked with a few other artists on YouTube to create an album specifically for healing trauma, stress, and anxiety. And it's finally coming out on iTunes Thursday, the 11th day of the first month on the 11th year. So 1/1/1/2018. So definitely check that out. Go to my website for more details if you don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, back to the question. What if you just fully trusted that you are where you're supposed to be at, that nothing's gone wrong, that the message you're getting, the guidance you're getting, that everything is actually perfect? What becomes available to you? What gets to happen? What magic do you open yourself up to if you just fully trusted? So I actually want you to journal on that. While you're journaling on that, I want to give you an example, a story of what I mean, and what actually happens when you get to trust. So this album actually had so many ups and downs, or at least you could look at it like that. It had so many moments where it was like I was in the flow, the other artists were in the flow, we were syncing up. It seemed like, okay, good, we're good to go. The album, I thought this album would come out like 6 months ago. Anyways, and sorry, I just got a text message. I just got, focus. And I thought it would come out at a different time. And every time I was pushing for it to come out, every time I was pushing for things to sync up, it was like it wasn't syncing up. And I could have been more frustrated with the process. I'm sure other people were probably frustrated with the process. But what I chose to do instead was sit back, tune in, and just go into flow and just trust that if it's not meant to come out right now, then, hey, Lee, then it's not meant to come out right now. And actually what ended up happening, thank God it didn't come out when it first came out, because I ended up having to rework one of the meditations, because as I re-listened, there were some things in the first meditation that I really wasn't that comfortable with. So I was able to revisit it, rework it, and what ended up coming out from me the second time around was even better than what I originally had. And I think that I believe the universe knew that there was something within me. There was something better within me that I was supposed to bring out into this, hi Bill, I mentioned you. Hi Bill. Hey Bill. There was something better within me that if I allowed the right timing to sync up, if I allowed the right pieces to sync up, if I allowed all the moving parts that came together, the music, the inspiration, the words, the lessons I had learned along the way, I had to allow all of those moving parts to sync up into divine timing, which allowed me to create an even better meditation than I had originally had. And so I had to rework some things. I had to come back with the people. There were some people that were on the album that had to be released, and so many things just shifted and changed that I just stayed in trust the whole time. And because I stayed in trust and not frustration, or I wasn't bemoaning saying like, why does this keep happening? Why is this not working? Why do I have to keep checking that? Why do I have to change this? When I just stayed in trust, I allowed things to flow in the perfect divine way. And now it's being released on 1/1/2018. And I just think that's absolutely perfect. So what I allowed, because I decided to trust and release and go with the flow, what I allowed into my life was, one, peace, absolute peace within the process. And two, I allowed things to come together in a much better, bigger, more aligned way. At least that's how it felt to me. Things came together in a much more aligned and easy way than they would have had I tried to force this thing through in a time that it was just not, I believe, destined to come through for. So for you, what I want you to journal on this morning and think about throughout the day is, what if you just fully trusted everything, fully trusted that this moment where you're at right now was where you were supposed to be, that whatever you're feeling right now is what you're supposed to be feeling, that you are getting the right guidance, that the words that even for this message, I was thinking like, what am I going to talk about today? Like I was kind of going back and forth with different messages, and I just had to sit and tell myself and sit and trust and say, you know what, whatever comes out is what's supposed to come out. So what if you allowed that for your life, that kind of ease, that kind of flow, that kind of trust? What gets to become available for you if you just fully trust? So sit on that for the next minute, and then we're going to go into our meditation. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Okay, you guys ready? Does anybody want to share here what came up for them? What gets to become available? Like what do you open yourself up to if you just absolutely stepped into trust? So good to see you guys here this morning. Starting the day right. Taman, if I trusted that everything is possible for me right now, I would not have any anxiety or worries about what is happening and what is not perfect. I would drop all my mental and emotional guards and release all the resistances, just enjoy and celebrate every moment from now as I have it all. I love that ease and grace. Yes. And that's really the point. What happens is we step into peace, into this deep sense of peace and just knowing. And it reminds me of the phrase, just be still. Be still and know that I am God, which to me means be still and know that everything you need and desire is right here. That is full trust. There's nothing you have to do. There's nothing that you're going to make happen. In fact, if you think you have to make it happen, you're most likely not syncing up to the flow, the greater flow that's actually putting all the pieces together for you. That would make things so much easier. Hey, Stacy, I didn't see you log on. It releases worry and expectation. Resistance melts away. Exactly, right? Just breathe that in. It's so like... Because even I get caught up in that. I got caught up in that yesterday. It's like, I got to do this. I want to do this newsletter. I'm releasing I Am Queen, which comes out today, which I'll talk about later today most likely. But even all the details for that program about helping people ascend to that next level, that I wanted to push that out sooner, but it was like I knew I just knew I had to trust with the whole process. And so you just allow things to come better in a much higher way because you're at peace. You're releasing the anxiety. You're not worried about it. Therefore, you're on a completely different vibrational frequency, basically. Thank you for all the hearts. Lisa, pretty much everything, right? So if you are just in total space of trust, it's like there's so much more magic and ease and flow that gets to become available. And that's I'm glad that's what you guys are getting. That's what I was getting when I journaled this out. So awesome. So just keep thinking about it. In each and every moment when you feel yourself getting into like control mode, control freak, when you feel like you have that, what I say, the death grip on the steering wheel, like we've got to do this way and it can't possibly be any other way. Ask yourself, well, what if I fully trusted that it could be another way? What if I fully trusted that whatever, if I'm being guided to rest, if I'm being guided to slow down, if I'm being guided to just be still in this moment, what would become available? What might happen? How could this actually be better? Just really sit with that question. Okay. So let's do a quick meditation. This is going to be, I'm actually going to give you guys breath of abundance, which is something I used to sell, but then I was guided. Then I just was like, I'm just going to teach it. I stopped selling it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach it here. And really, it's going to do two things. One, breathing connects you so powerfully in the now. When you can focus on your breathing, it's just like you become here. You become very present. And it's like you step into the space of trust. It's like worries, anxieties, all of that just melts away because you're just focused solely on your breathing. The second thing it does, and what I believe, is that breath is a way to connect with your soul. As an old control freak, it was like instant magic to realize the power of surrender, right? It's so true. And it's the hardest thing too, when you're so used to feeling like you're making stuff happen. I love that, Tamana. So breathing connects you with not only the moment, helps you focus in the moment and into flow, but I think it does, and I think it harmonizes the body as well. It helps to detoxify the body and just balance emotions, the emotional, mental, energetic body. But it does connect you with your soul. It's like a very intimate moment with the universe. So I'm going to teach you guys breath of abundance. And of course, as you know, as you align with your soul, as you align with the moment, as you align with flow, all things become available, right? The guidance, the inspiration, the peace, the creativity, mostly the peace, all of that just becomes instantly available. So let's do breath of abundance. So just sit back. I recommend like doing there's my board. Get your spine straight. You want energy to be flowing well. I even recommend just kind of slightly tilting your head back a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to breathe 7 times. Whoa. We're going to breathe 7 times. We're going to breathe in the nose and then out the mouth for 7. Well, technically 14 times. And then we're going to breathe in the mouth and then out the nose for 7 times. So if you will join me, let's go ahead and begin. So breathe in through the nose. Hold it. And then release through the mouth. Do that again. In through the nose. Expand the belly. Hold. And release through the mouth. That's 2. 3, breathe in through the nose. Hold. And breathe out through the mouth. That was 3. And again, breathe in through the nose, expand the belly. Hold. Breathe out through the mouth. 3 more this way. Breathe in through the nose. Hold. Breathe out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose. Hold. Out through the mouth. 1 more, in through the nose. Hold. Out through the mouth. Really good. So sit here for a second. And I just want you to connect with whatever sensations you are feeling in your body. For me, I usually start to feel a little bit tingly at this time. And definitely kind of like, All right, and so now what we're going to do is same thing except in through the mouth and then out through the nose. Also want to note that as you breathe in, expand your belly. Let your belly become expansive. Don't be breathing in and having your shoulders go like that. You want to think like big belly breaths, diaphragmatic breathing. So breathe in through the mouth. Hold. And out the nose. And as you breathe out, fully empty your lungs. So think of your belly as just fully becoming deflated. Breathe in through the mouth. Hold. And then out through the nose. In through the belly. The mouth. Hold. And out through the nose. 4, in through the mouth. Hold. Out through the nose. 5, in through the mouth. Hold. Out through the nose. We have 2 more. As you breathe in this time, what I want you to do is imagine you're breathing in light. As you exhale, I want you to release control. As you exhale, I want you to release worry. As you exhale, I want you to fully allow your body to move into trust. So breathing in through the mouth, breathing in light, filling up your body with light, holding the light in the center of your body. And as you exhale, release control. Release through the nose. Back into trust. Back into knowing that all is well. One more time, breathing in through the mouth. Holding. Sitting with it. Being still. And exhale through the nose. And in this moment, just sit here for a second. I want to affirm with you all that nothing has gone wrong, that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. The universe is perfect. You do not have to keep efforting. It does not have to be a struggle. I want you to affirm that it is safe to trust yourself, to trust your guidance, to trust where you're at. It is safe to be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that all things are here right now, available. You just have to tune in. Just tune in and flow. Hi, Sharon. Glad you made it too. All right, and so that is it. That is it for this morning. I hope you guys enjoy your day. I hope anything that came up yesterday for you to heal and work on and trust and tune into, I hope that you learned the lesson. Basically, I know I did. And I hope you allow yourself to be in a greater sense of trust and ease and surrender today. And I hope because of that, amazing miracles happen. And I want to know all about it. Also, stay tuned for my album coming out Thursday. I'm so stoked. And also, I Am Queen is going to be released today. So if you were curious about it, stay tuned on Facebook. And hi, Rick. You're a new face. Good. I'm glad this helped. Good. Thank you for all the hearts. I love you guys so much. Lots of love. Lots of light. We will talk very soon. Woo.